Let's head to crypto space now and see what's going on there. An interesting story that I saw was a Nigerian activist battling for Bitcoin rights. We'll talk about that. But let's look at the numbers, see what Bitcoin looks like this afternoon. I believe it's in the red. Yeah, there you have it. It's in the red. Dropped from the 61,000 that we had yesterday and earlier today. Lost almost 4%. And then Ethereum is also in the red. Solana, XRP in the red. Most of the coins are in the red this afternoon. Let's have Rume Ofi now joining us to tell us perhaps what's driving this sentiment in the market. Hi, Rume. Good afternoon. What's going on? This is a very sharp movement from what we had this time yesterday.
Good afternoon, Ini. Nice to see you once more again. The truth is that the market is not sure what is going on. And when the market is not sure, a couple of things happen, and that's what you're seeing now. Some persons are of the opinion that, the Fed is going to hike rate. Some of us are of the opinion that it might not be possible. So the macroeconomy is affecting a whole lot of things. Geopolitical crisis right there. You see the threat from Iran to Israel, and a couple of uncertainties around the U.S. economy, which is a driving force, considering the fact that the ETFs are here and it's a very big market. I think about $17.5 billion as we look at it so far.
But Rume, I don't know. I thought we had a bit of certainty now. Yesterday, CPI from the U.S. came and it came lower than 3%. So I thought we're on track for that rate cut, by September. I think they're pricing about 75% possibility of it.
Yes, but the truth is that the Fed's intention to cut rate, it is not certain yet. You can hear from Jerome Powell always saying that they need to be very reliant on data, and this data that are coming are not exactly hitting the point. In fact, the retail sales data just came up around the jobless claim just really came out a few minutes ago. I think about 227. That's against the estimate of 237. Someone will just see it and say, okay, peradventure, that means you step in the right direction, but it's not moving significantly. It's not something that they need to rush. You understand that before now, the Fed have actually made mistake of calling the inflation transitory, and you don't expect them to make another mistake considering the fact that the US election is here, and that can be used against them most likely. So all of these are some of the things that are actually putting speculators to make this indecisive decisions. And we won't forget the fact that crypto is still a risky asset right about now. So people will most likely focus on a couple of other things rather than get into assets like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Over time, we're going to see some rebalancing, but for now, the fact that the market is uncertain, it only suggests that there's no definite direction, which is not good for the crypto market.
Yeah, well, not good for any market. But let's leave that for a bit and talk about this ex-post of a Nigerian crypto activist. I think it's James Otudor, asking for a right to be able to trade and deal with in Bitcoin. And what's this about? Do you know him?
All right, so it's someone in a Bitcoin community. I think I've come across his work on the internet. But I think that he's making a case as an individual, as a Nigerian, his fundamental human right. Anyone has a right to go to court if they don't feel certain things not comfortable and need a redress. So it's a step in the right direction. For the first time, we've not seen such a thing before. The reason why I'm saying this is that crypto has been more or less attributed to certain way, relegated to the background. Like for something that is in bad taste. People just see crypto as a bad taste because the government is making it look that way. Cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin and crypto and others, are not currencies in the sense that you can go to the market to buy something. It varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Some other jurisdiction is seen as a store of value. And I think that is how we need to look at it so that it doesn't pull a threat to the Nigerian state. But players in the industry have been seen to be persecuted for just the fact that they are aligned towards that direction. A lot of accounts have been frozen in recent time. A lot of persons have been arrested in recent time. Although there are cases where some bad actors are also involved, but the truth is that, in a general sense, the Nigerian state has made crypto to be hostile. We're not even talking about the fact that one of the Binance executive is in custody for forever. He's been there, and that doesn't make us look right, considering the fact that we want investors to come into this country. So it's going to seek a redress. I think it's seeing the president, the attorney general of the federation, and as well as the CBN governor, as then EFCC and a couple of other agencies like the NCC and NIDA as well. So we need to start seeing things as a country that wants the younger generations to embrace technology. There are ways to manage all of these things. There are ways to be able to put regulations around these things. This is a clear case of regulation by strangulation. It's a clear case of regulation by strangulation, and it doesn't tell well for the entire industry.
But Ruben, don't forget that the government also makes it known that they're doing this to protect the investing public here in Nigeria. And as you also said, there's also been stories of bad actors in the space. I think there's even one. Well, I don't want to go into that one about the protests and all of that, but perhaps we should find a balance between the regulations and the need to actually have this space, still functional in the country.
Ini, I'm surprised people always hit more on the demerits, the bad issues. Look at countries like the US, for example. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is playing a huge role. You can imagine it, for the first time, a former president of the United States, which is the presidential candidate of the Republican Party, went to a Bitcoin conference. That should send a signal to us in Nigeria that there's something we need to look at in this. Kamala Harris is actually also looking towards the direction of a proper regulation in crypto, despite the fact that she was involved in this current administration of Joe Biden, and it looks to some people that the crypto was not giving enough breathing space in the US. But some redress are coming. We're going to see next week where she's going to be outlining some of the things that she's going to be doing. And there's a coalition around her, Harry for Crypto, which is already putting things together for a campaign team to understand what crypto is exactly and what the blockchain industry is exactly. I know we're going to get to a time where crypto is going to be discussed in the National Assembly. But for now, it's really shocking that the world is moving in the direction of how technology can be used to better the lives and engage young people. And Nigeria is not moving that way. It's quite unfortunate and painful sometimes. But I think it's also going to play a role in the future in our elections, where presidential candidates are going to tell us what they think about the blockchain industry, the cryptocurrencies, and a couple of other things happening right here now in Nigeria.
All right, Ruben, I guess that's why here on Channels we're still having this conversation. So, we can always keep this issue. But thank you so much for sharing your time and thoughts with us this afternoon, Ruben.
Thank you very much, Ini. Always a pleasure.
All right, just before we go, other headlines today is that Peppercoin whale sells $4 million amid market downturn. There you have it. And then Binance is set to pay about $1.7 million to Brazilian regulator. You want to get the details of this and perhaps chew on it. So that's the much we can take on the program. Thank you so much.